The first speaker is a man who was behind what I thought was one of the more interesting exhibits at last year's Design Week in Milan, Sony's Hidden Senses exhibition. Accidentally, yesterday evening, they won an award, a frame award for the exhibition. That was totally not planned, I can assure you. But Frame was not the only one who thought this was really a fantastic way, a future-forward way of presenting interaction with objects and spaces in a totally new way. So please welcome to stage Tako-san, the Chief Art Director for Sony's Home Product Design Group.
It's a bit embarrassing, is my photo here. Hello, my name is Hirotaka Tako from Sony. At first, I would like to thank you again to the robot and the team for giving me such a big kind of opportunity to here today. So it's very honored to be able to share my project to everyone here. And it's even more kind of greater to be here after we won the Frame Award last night. Thank you very much anyway. Thank you. Okay, I'm a Chief Art Director of the Sony Creative Center. I'm in charge of the home products like TV or home theater and the live space UX that someone may know, and the design R&D kind of project like Hidden Senses that I'd like to talk about today. It's also the one of the design R&D project. Okay, please let me talk a little bit about myself, what I've done, my background. As a student, I have studied environment and space design with UX story related to the human behavior. So my personal interest has been, and still is going on, how to create the comfortable space with the object. After graduation, I worked for the company called Toto, which is a kind of famous Japanese bathroom products company. There, I have learned a lot about the authentic materials like ceramic, glass, the wood, or metal. And those are all kind of honest things to the human. So that's why I really like it. Afterwards, they moved on to the Sony, where I encountered lots of unique technologies and the challenges that I believe will change our life. So through those all kind of experiences, I always think about the comfort and the authenticity when I'm designing. So which leads to my topics for today. I would like to talk a little bit, touch upon the Sony itself. The Sony was founded in 1946. In this picture, the two that were founders, the Masaru Ibuka and Akio Morita. So we have brought the world the many innovative products to the under Sony's founding spirit of do what has never been done before. So that innovation was made possible by the synergy between the technology and the design, I believe. The following products are the example of this. I imagine that many of you remember some of these products, like the PlayStation, the Profile Pro, Walkman, and the Bio. Still, those are iconic, the kind of stuff to me. But recently, the field of Sony design has been expanding beyond just taking care of the product design itself to keep up with our growing business portfolios. Some example in the fields such as the medical, financial, education, and of course, entertainment. We work on the design and creation of the emotional value in these business fields. And even more, the fascinating thing is coming. So we have more interesting new frontier, which is AI and robotics. Through Sony's sensors technology and devices, we make them come to real life. And we also working on the design R&D activities, as I said. The most of them are the basically experience-based project, which includes the hidden senses project that I'm touching upon. Okay, let's begin. The title is Uncommon Interfaces. Thanks once again, the Robert and the team, for giving me such a perfect title. I would like to talk about the project called Hidden Senses that perfectly fits to the title. And that project I have been working for almost kind of 4 to 5 years. When I'm thinking about the designing kind of experience, the looking at our future, I always ask to myself, is it really ideal for us to live in such a typical IoT or smart home kind of environment and devices, being exposed to the many sensors and surrounded by the rectangle displays with many, many informations? Is it the comfort that I was looking for? Or even AI or the autonomous life. When I come to my home, I don't want to be told, I'm sorry, Tako, I'm afraid I can't open the door. I believe the home is the only place where you and your family can feel totally relaxed. The home is where you can enjoy, of course, extreme entertainment, but at the same time, home is essentially the place where calm and ordinary life goes on. I think we can find something in between to realize both. That's why we started the Hidden Senses project in 2014. The project is about exploring a new way of the interaction in your daily household. All the information you need to blend into your daily behavior and the familiar object. The minimal visual and sound interfaces helps to make ordinary life more calm and comfortable. At first, there are just 4 to 5 the project members who supported this vision, joined the member, and it gets bigger and bigger, taking 4 years. What we did first as an experimentation was to start replacing the daily, let's say, the informations you need, replacing the daily information to something different, something more simple and subtle. For example, the frequent notification from a smartphone or tablet that could be replaced by a simpler one, like the paper memo or post-it. Okay, this is the experimentation we did. The aiming to blend the physical and the digital object, seamlessly taking advantage of the light and the shadow in this case. There is the first post-it you see is a real one with a real handwriting message. And the second one is a digital. So by combining physical and digital, for example, you can rewrite on the original message remotely by your smartphone, in this case. Maybe notifying your family, changing time to the 5 p.m., just moving the shadow. The real post-it itself is not moving. That was the first experimentation we did. We found a way how to merge together. So then the movement now is getting better. Sorry for the kind of rubbish, quality of the movie. It looks like actual paper fluttering, but the paper are not actually moving. Just its shadow is moving. We found that paper is the best icon of the information, and it's enabling us to control the shadow quite easily because it's thin. Sorry for the quality, because it's just a study. We just kind of photoshoot it, maybe 3 years ago or something. And we thought it would be even more easier if any kind of physical object around you can be used as a controller for daily function. For example, to change the volume of the radio by turning the bass. Any kind of object on your table can be salt, can be the pepper, could be the interface for your kind of daily function. We also find that the projector is really good at creating visuals, but at the same time, it's very good creating light itself. Taking advantage of that, we created the komorebi on the table. The komorebi is a kind of sunshine filtering through the leaves of the trees. If you sit in front of the komorebi on the table, you feel there must be the window somewhere. So you feel unconsciously comfortable. And at least within the light, you can insert any information into it. So if the women realize the butterfly is coming to you, she decides to touch, the shadow is moving. They're having contents in it. Okay, another experimentation is to see how the combination of the sound and the vibration can create the water field experiences without the actual water. Oh, sound's not working, right? 聞こえてます? Okay. Actually, I can't hear the sounds. Okay. We learned a lot the unique way of using technology through this experimentation. It's about the process of analyzing, reprogramming, and reassigning our senses to our behavior, the objects and the spaces. And it's about designing new use cases, scenarios that can fit into our daily life. By this, there will be no more boundaries between the digital and the physical, software and the hardware, objects and the space. Hidden Senses is an object that presents such kind of the design vision and approach. Okay, then after 4 years of the internal studies, we decided to review the project at the Milan Design Week last year. So we needed to stick to its experience and working-based prototype to tell what is a Hidden Senses about. The venue was the Via Savona in the Tortona, which is a really famous address, just next to the movie, which is good. Okay, so the exhibition was composed of the 5 case study rooms. It's kind of a journey. So visitor understands how the Hidden Senses method works step by step through each case study rooms, like starting from the sound, the visual, tactility, the product, and the space in the last. Okay, let me explain the one by one. That first room, that gets pure sound experience, only sound. So unique sensing technology detects the natural actions as a movement and touch, providing the minimal yet realistic feedback. Okay, let's see the movie. The room is called Echo. Just walking through the pillars. it feels like walking inside a cave. By knocking on the 6 pillars, you get a different sound reaction, such as water, trees, ice, and wind. The most importantly, you can identify your sound and the feedback among many noises. Such a sensible experience without kind of the visual, just to get the sound. Okay, the next one, the case study room 2. Here we show the new approach for the visualizing information. No sound in this time, only visual. So as I showed the experiment video before, all movements are presented within the light. So we have 3 examples here. So this room is called Under the Light. Using motion tracking sensor, you can digitally drawing and painting, mixing the color on the plate. So you never see exact same images, always different. So you can draw, you can change, you can mix the dropping the kind of inks. And your movement is translated into the simplified information. In this case, just human, like a mirrored your image, but it's kind of the opposite. But it might be enough to tell something really simple instead of showing exact shape of a human, like a mirror. The shadow paper moves in the relation to your movement. The paper doesn't move, just shadows moving. Now we're even getting smoother. Actually, there is a paper, 2 papers with taped, but it's not moving. Only just shadow is moving, but you feel it's kind of fluttering and telling you there is some kind of information. Okay, the case study 3 is about the mix of physical object and digital images. So we have 3 case studies here. So from this room, the visitor can touch all the objects. So this room is called tactile objects. So there are 3 tables. So we have some objects. So digitally programmed butterfly, they follow the shadow of the actual flower. So even you move the vase, the digital butterfly can try to follow the real shadow. And this jug, you can feel water inside, but without actual water inside. If you close the eyes, try to pour the water, actually you can feel it. Even the projection helps to see a kind of ripple is moving. Water and the refilling. Okay, these 3 objects represent the physical interfaces to changing sound, music, brightness, and even desktop patterns. You change sound, just turn the object. Even you can turn the object to get more light and get more volume. Even you don't need to touch, just point object to switch on and off. So we don't want to force everybody to switch on by just only one gesture. In the room case study 4, we have what I named abstract electronics. These are something in between furniture, lighting, and electronics. The most of those products are designed based on our daily behavior and the usage. So there are six products to experience. It's quite kind of big room. We have 6 here. The first one is something in between display and lighting, the showing information and the visual by interactive movement. Looks like a water trapped into the thin glass plate. So it has ultra short slow micro projector behind the screen. So you feel like kind of the peeping window, but it's really thin glass plate. It's called a tactile tray. That you can feel something that does not actually exist. In case of this, it's a kind of coffee beans. Even you can drop the coffee beans on the desk. It's actually really tough to tell what kind of experience was happening. The next one is called dancing light. It's really simple. The light can follow your movement. I think it totally makes sense to us. The next one is a divider. Is to separate the atmosphere by sound and visual. Turning the discs 180 degrees, you can see through hearing from the different atmosphere. It's kind of dividing the atmosphere. The material of this shelf changes as you interact with its built-in display. Feels like you have a different kind of the shelf, different material. Even you can enjoy the movie when you put the kind of transparent frame. An interactive seesaw-shaped bench that feels like there is a water inside. You actually feel your bottom getting wet. It's not getting wet. But to swing too much long, you get seasick. Actually, I did it. Okay, last room. There are a variety of the scenario using case study you experience from 1 to 4. There are examples of the new ordinary life. So you can experience how hidden senses method works in the living context and the environment. So let's see the movie. The concept of this room is called day and night. The visual content changes the atmosphere from day to night. The sunlight also changing by time. So you see the komorebi noticing the minimum information like weather outside. Through the looking at the mirror as a daily activity, a sketch of your face shows up on the wall. Instead of the looking at your face on the tablet on the wall or display. Open your photo book. The images are automatically displayed on the wall. Don't need to break your kind of photo book. And this is a simple cube. It's simplest interface for the world clock. The wall lights follows you and shows if your family is doing well in a subtle way. Don't need to show exact shape of your dad. This is tactile lounge chair. You feel not only water inside, but in this time also squeak noise, like the old grandpa reading chair. This horizontal window-like display, it shows merged contents and ambient atmosphere. Interface is again simple cube, just turn. It's like a kind of digital window with digital curtain, with subtle atmosphere, with even down lighting. It's also created by projection. So this is an object on the shelf, as actually switches. You can do any gesture, like touch, point, swipe, to just switch on and off. So we assigned 3 kind of the UX on these shelves. One is the music, this one is the light, the last one is the time. Maybe you control the time, you can make the photo moving. So this is a pendant version of the dancing light we showed. It totally makes sense to light up only where you sit. Don't need to show up, light up always on the whole surface of the dining table. Okay. Last one is interactive picture wall. Following your movement, images are mixing up over the frame. And also, you get a bigger image when you get closer. So these old images, including with the light, are projected only one by projector. So this is a scene that I think it's the pre-press day. Okay, then we set the goal for this exhibition and the experiences that everyone can enjoy, feel comfort, and happy. I believe we are able to accomplish it. From adults to the children, families and friends, that we found everyone's big smile and laughs everywhere. So, and thanks to that kind of visitors' great feedback, we received the Best Playfulness Award. Actually, Best Playfulness Award is something I wanted to get the most, because Sony is a kind of creative company, so it's really cool to have even playfulness rather than technologies. The exhibition was successfully done. However, it was not just the end of our Hidden Senses journey. We've got many unique offers and opportunities from diverse industries and the creators. One of the most interesting offers was from Miss Patricia Wukira, who liked our exhibition a lot. The offer was to join the Castiglioni exhibition, making the 100th anniversary of the Achille Castiglioni, as a creative partner. This exhibition was created by Patricia Wukira in collaboration with Federica Sala. The Castiglioni's design symbolizes challenges and sets the benchmark for the kind of most of the designers, including myself. So these are images of the exhibition just before its opening. The exhibition was unique in that it was not set in a chronological order, but uniquely zoned by clusters. The Patricia asked us to design one of the clusters. The cluster we designed was the ready-made series, the renamed Ready Making by Patricia Wukira for the show. The challenge for the Sony design team was to tell the story behind the famous Ready Making series, Lampadina, Sera, Mezzadoro, and Toyo, based on the Hidden Senses way. So this is our design sketch of the ready-making cluster. I'd like to explain one by one, but it seems the time is running out. So I will present maybe some. Okay, this is Sera. Astu is meant to use to amuse yourself while phone calling. The handset moves interactively, following the stool's movement, as if someone is sitting and taking taking call on the phone. So another example is Toyo. The product concept is based on the combination of the car headlamp and the fishing rod. Headlamp for the light part, heading to top. The fishing rod is to manage the cable management. We made 2 stories, the fishing under the light and the driving towers to the top. So this is the final design for each. Let's see the video. Again, sorry for the quality of the movie. The first one is the setup, as I explained. Once you swing the string, phone is taken, saying pronto, and the move following your move. It's actually perfectly wirelessly done, even you can move the stool to the outside of the box. It's lampadina. The film reel turns to the power cable. Once powered on, the movie starts. The video is famous, with Achille and the Paola. I think Paola is gone already, right? I want to show this to the Paola. Toyo has 2 stories, as I said, fishing and driving. So you can see the fishing rod. You feel like doing fishing through the Toyo, and the other one is driving to the top. And the last one is a mezzadoro. Mezzadoro means the tractor. So you can enjoy the strong vibration through from the base. If you're driving on the country road, looking at the view through the peeping window like this. It's really hard to tell what the experience. So it was such a great opportunity and the experiences working with the excellent team, Study Urukera and the trainer team. And it was a perfect opportunity for us to tell the unique product story of Castiglioni's masterpieces. Okay, going back to the hidden senses. To me, hidden senses is a, let's say, kind of bridge between technology and the comfort of living and the storytelling. It's about carefully considering those 3 at the same time. I think space design is also the bridge too. The technology is not so scary thing. It won't bite you. It's actually really fun to design. Okay, that's all from my side. Thank you very much today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Tako.
Hirobot.
I have one question for you.
Yes.
So you have been experimenting and doing research for 4 years
Yes.
for the Hidden Senses exhibition. And was Milan the first time you showed the results?
Yes.
You must have gotten really a lot of feedback because thousands of people visited the exhibition.
Yeah.
What was the most valuable feedback for you from that week?
Yes.
What did you learn from this exhibition?
Yeah, actually, it's important for the kind of exhibiting in Milan. Like, it's actually a design event, but it's also for the kind of family event. The Italian families came in the weekend. So everybody taking the children, even grandpa, grandma. So that's why we really focusing on the kind of really easy interface for everyone can experience without any explanation. It was, I think it's really successful. I could find that kind of really simple interface is so important.
Will you continue in this direction?
We are actually doing kind of several kind of direction because we got lots of feedback and a touch point, and then maybe partners and then unique industries now working on. It goes on.
And you will come back in Milan this year
Yes.
with the next iteration of this kind of technology.
It's a bit different, but kind of same way of the finding the unique use of the technology. But it's now already announced in the website. I can't tell the detail now here.
I understand. We
Sorry.
look forward to that.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much. And thank you for presenting a really poetic vision
Thank you very
of
much.
the
Thank you.
future. Congratulations again
Thank you
with
very
the
much.
Frame Awards.
Congratulations.
Have a safe flight back to Japan.
Thank you very
later
much.
today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.